Thursday night football came down to the final play, but the Patriots staved off Tampa Bay with a 19-14 win over the Bucs, who missed 3 field goals. No Gronk, no problem for Brady, who offset throwing an interception, losing a fumble, and getting hit all night by completing 30 of 40 passes for over 300 yards and a touchdown as New England moved to 3-2. Stephen A., what did you learn?
Well, that the Patriots are the Patriots. I mean, obviously they were assisted because Nick Folk should be fired today. I mean, he should be without a job. When you're that awful of a field goal kicker, you have to go. I'd be shocked if he were employed by the end of this weekend, considering how awful that he was last night, missing all of those field goals for Tampa Bay. But with that being said, Brady did what he had to do. Brandon Cook had about 5 receptions for 85 yards. You did what you needed to do without the services of Rob Gronkowski, whose reliability still seems to be a huge question mark, but somehow, some way, utilizing the short passing game the way that only he can, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots simply got it done. You had Brandon Cook with 5 receptions for 85 yards. You had Amendola with 8 receptions for 77 yards. And anytime you've got 2 receivers that Tom Brady, for some reason, believes that he can rely upon, that's a very, very big deal. Chris Hogan was targeted 11 times, had 8 receptions for 74 yards. He was an integral part of their success as well. And Gillislee, even though he didn't rush for 100 yards or anything like that, he averaged more than 4 yards a carry rushing the football, as did Lewis. So when you take that into consideration, you seem to have a balanced rushing attack. You seem to be utilizing your short passing games and spreading the ball to a bevy of receivers. And you forced Tampa Bay to do something because they had questionable special teams with their field goal kicking. Nick Folk reminded me of when he was with the Dallas Cowboys. I believe, if I remember correctly, Max Kellerman, they had a game against the New Orleans Saints one time, and this dude was missing field goals left and right to the point where I knew guys on the Dallas Cowboys squad at that particular moment in time. Not that I don't know some of them now, but I certainly knew some of them then. And you had dudes that like Ratliff and all of those guys. They wanted to beat this man down. He was this dude, this same Nick Folk, was on the sidelines in tears, you know, looking like he was getting ready to cry. That was the only reason they didn't whip his butt. And I think they ended up winning the game anyway, but he was shortly dismissed and relieved of his duties in Dallas. I suspect he will suffer the same fate this week or this weekend in Tampa, because that's the only thing to me that seems to make sense considering how awful he was. That's an aside, but it's something I felt compelled to mention.